Greeting to all, and we appreciate all of your attendance today. And so let's kickstart our session with this great Chinese proverb that is, we not afraid of growing slowly. Be afraid only of standing still. A very good evening to all the guests and the dignitaries present over here in the capacity at as your host for the worldwide webinar on how to grow professionally and personally. I'm Pratham Rana, the host, would like to take this opportunity to extend a hearty greeting to each and every one of you. It gives me a great pleasure to extend a warm hello to each and every one of you gathered here today. It is a huge honor for us to have someone of this caliber here whose involvement on the topic of how to grow personally and professionally adds so much value to it. Few lines regarding to the this event, I would like to say that to grow personally and professionally, actively seek new challenges, continuously learn and develop new skills, embrace feedback, set clear goals, prioritize self-awareness, build strong relationship, and be open to adapting to change, all while maintaining a positive mindset and commitment to self-improvement. Before I proceed further, let's take a brief moment for the introduction of my organization. SEMS Foundations. SEMS Welfare Foundation, a registered non-profit organization, is dedicated to social impact across various sectors. We focus on education, particularly skill development and entrepreneurship. Through our initiative, DG Saksham, we have created training programs in IT, finance, retail, and entrepreneurship impacting over 6,000 individuals. We are currently upskilling inmates in Haryana jails and collaborating with universities and colleges. We also have partnered with banks to place over 1,500 candidates in job. Fem Leads, another SEMS initiative, empowers women through workshops and stories of successful female entrepreneurs. We conduct programs on digital literacy, marketing, and career development, reaching over 1,000 women across multiple states. This initiative recently reached a milestone of 1,000 women actively involved. In just a short time, SAMS has established itself a force for positive change, equipping individuals with skills for employment and promoting women leadership in various industries. Now, let me take this wonderful occasion to publicly present and welcome Archita ma'am, the keynote speaker for today's international webinar. I would like to say a few lines about our speaker for today. She is a student-centric instructor, academic facilitator, and motivational coach who endorses students' performance while promoting a safe and positive learning environment over a distinguished career in academic roles and currently affiliated with Lovely Professional University, Jalandhar. Period leading up to that had worked for 5 years as a soft skill trainer with a prestige Institute of Research and Management Institute in Gwalior, MP, and 2 years in corporate roles with an HR department with an organization in Mumbai, Maharashtra. There are many gems and diamonds in the world, and one of them is here today to help to build this event. With this note, I, Pratham Rana, on the behalf of SAMS Foundation, would like to give my heartiest welcome to ma'am with a huge round of applause for joining us today. And your presence has added to the significance of this event, and we are genuinely honored to have you here, ma'am.
Thank you, Pratham, so much for the lovely introduction. We straight away dive into our topic. So, our topic, as you have seen, is how to grow personally and professionally. So, what is the preconceived notion that you all have when you see the topic? Or when you hear them, you can unmute yourself and talk about any questions, any guesses, something that must be going on in your mind. You can just share. I saw someone raising hand for a moment. Any questions, any thought in the mind? You'll have to answer, my dear children. This is an interactive session and I expect some answers from you. Otherwise, I keep on speaking and you always sleep behind the screen. Work-life balance, okay? That's great. Harshita, thank you so much for responding. You can even write in the chat box. However, I would love to hear your voice if you unmute. By adding soft skills, okay? How do we differentiate our personal and professional? The question is, what made you smile today? Let me see how many of you know that there's a reason for you to smile today as soon as you started with your day? What made you smile? Do you ever notice that as soon as you start your day, there was something that made you smile?
My breakfast in the
A
morning.
cup of tea, breakfast in the morning. Okay, that's great. Morning walk. Wow. Then I'm glad to hear these answers. A cup of coffee, watching TV, okay, seeing friends. That's great. Sufficient sleep, using smartphones by recalling good memories. Holiday. Wow, holiday is something that brings smiles to everyone's face. Cup of tea and exercise. That's great. Hitting the gym. Wow. See, I'm impressed. Observing my kid. Yes, there was a reel of one cute child who was playing with dog. Okay. That made you smile. That's great. So I'm glad that you all are able to notice that smile is so essential. And if we start our day with a smile, it is going to be the wonderful day throughout, right? Playing with my kid. That's great. That's great. So this was just a check-in question, just to wanted to know whether how much you are able to focus on your personal life, plus these small happiness that brings smile on your face. Okay, fine. We proceed further. So now, who are the beneficiaries of this workshop? Now, this session is for women, for speakers, for authors, for trainers, for consultants, for therapists, for homemakers, for working professionals, or teach someone who wants to master your life. If you're looking forward to master your life and balance your life overall, then yes, this session. If you are a student, which you all are, then this is also very much beneficiary. Why? Because something that I have learned in late years of my life, I see you people learning in a very young age. So the way I have handled my life was a bit difficult, a bit challenging for me. But yes, because I was not fortunate enough to get good guidance from someone. You are lucky enough to get some guidance from everywhere, so you can take up your life that way. May I request everyone to please Okay. Another is if you are an entrepreneur or a business owner, and if you also aspire to become a trainer, coach, teacher, facilitator, then this session is for you. Also, this session is for the parents who want to build a perfect future for the child and someone who wish to grow holistically, personally as well as professionally. Also for some counselors, people need help, support, guidance to grow in life, and people who want to master their facilitating or teaching skills, that is teacher. So this session is going to be beneficiary for everybody. So all walks of life, people are welcome here, so that it's overall a balance of your personal and your professional life, the whole life, in fact. So why do we need to grow in this fast-paced world? This is the question that I want you to answer. Maybe you can use chat box or you can raise your hand or unmute. And why do we need to grow in this fast-paced world? To be competitive, okay, to be updated, upgrade, to satisfy our want, to compete, to match with present generation. Yes. Financial stability, very essential. Trying to stay connected with selves in this continuous race and to be noticed. Financial freedom, just satisfy myself with my achievements. Okay. To acquire various skills and experiences. Okay, that's great. To present, what to present? To be actively aware about the trends and knowledge, opportunities, adaptability and innovation. Very good. Adaptability, self-awareness and reflection, extremely essential. Technological advancement, yes. To be viable. Very true. To build what should I want? Okay. Okay. Does it also give a window to understand yourself? How much do we understand ourselves? We always tend to understand the world around us. We always tend to judge everybody around. How much do we understand ourselves? How do you understand how much potential you have within? Competitiveness. Okay. Market and the whole world is full of competition. To understand where we stand, participation, yes, competition, yeah, self-evaluation, yes, very essential. So when we compete, we always tend to think about with whom are we competing. What is essential for us to understand that we have to compete with our own competence, not with someone else. Confidence, increase confidence, embrace change. Oh, this is such an important topic. Embrace change. People struggle because they do not welcome change, and change is something which is completely constant. You cannot do anything about it. It's not in our hand. Change has to be accepted. So how much adaptability we have, it depends on how easily we can navigate through the change. To be create guts and confidence. Okay, great. Okay, small activity that I want everyone to do. Just grab a pen and the notebook, and there is a small activity called stickman activity. Okay, so once you have taken the pen and the paper, give a thumbs up so that explain you what you're analyzing self, motivating ourselves and exploring new things and small growth, very good confidence. Yes, someone has raised the hand. Please unmute and ask the question. Or if you have taken the pen and paper, then maybe you can just show a thumbs up. Develop resilience to navigate uncertainties. Absolutely. It's very easily said than done. It's very, very extremely challenging. Okay. So I'll explain you about what the activity is. Activity. Okay. You have to assume that this is you. So if you intellect. So what you're supposed to do is all these numbers wherever the areas are, you're supposed to rate yourself. Say for example, if it is 1 to 10, and if you feel that your intellect lies at number 7, so accordingly you draw the size of the circle. If you feel the intellect is number 3, then the circle has to be smaller. Okay, that way you rate and draw a circle of your intellect. Then when we go down, there is again 1 to 10 number for spirituality, which is the neck part. So it is a spirituality. So spirituality, people who practice spirituality. So if you feel that you feel that you are at number 5 in spirituality, then you are supposed to draw that line till number 5, the size of number 5. Similarly, family and friends. How much time do you give to your family and friends? How much time do you give to education and career? How much time you give to your health? How much time, or sorry, or how do you manage your finances? I know you are not working as of now, but then whatever you get as a pocket money, and how do you manage that? That you can write. And how much time do you give to social responsibility? Social responsibility here is like, do you go and you become a volunteer with some NGOs? Do you do some social work? Say, sharing some food with outside, or helping some organization to uh, create that whole event, something like that. Some social responsibility, which is, or maybe you're contributing in a park where you give 1 day of yourself to teach some yoga or some exercise to students or some adults or anything. So that comes under social responsibility. Now you are supposed to rate each area of this and then draw your own self, the stick man, and then you show it to me on the screen, and you get say 2 minutes to 3 minutes for it. I'll say 2 minutes, not more. So I've requested to keep your videos on. Unfortunately, I'm not able to see anybody. So at least show me your activity. Switch on the video, show me the activity, and so how do we connect with each other on the screen? I know you are all Gen Z alpha babies, but I'm the old school. I must say that. For me, seeing each other, so I connect when I see people on the screen. You can also share your picture of your stickman on the chat box, if you feel like. Thank you, Sujit. Done, everyone? Can I see your pictures? Or if you can share, unmute and share. How do you look? Is there a facility to share the picture or in the chat box? Ah, great. See, I got one. So 7779666. Okay, that's great. So thank you so much for sharing.
Like this, ma'am.
Sorry?
Like this.
I'm able to see you. So the idea behind drawing this is that I want you to understand. Ah, great. See, intellect 8, then spirituality is 7, 9, 8, 9, 7, 10. Okay, that's great. Yeah, thank you for sharing. So, how balanced is your picture? Tell me. Once you see yourself as a stick man, how balanced is your picture? And what are the areas where you feel that you need to work on? Either write in the chat box or unmute. Yes, Rish, Sangeet, please unmute and share. Finances, okay. Juliet says finances. Finances is what? Is the area of concern, or it's the area that you are good with? So Anija says education, occupation, family, friends, finances. So how do you look yourself into this stick man? Do you think that is it a balanced posture? Yes or no? Write in the chat box. Is it a balanced posture? No, no. We always tend to focus on our professional life more than our personal. But then there is a link. It's linked with each other, right? So let's grow. Let's proceed further. Thank you so much for sharing and answering, everyone. So this is the stickman that you have seen that, and you have also seen how you look when it is unbalanced. So why do we need to grow in this fast? So there's, if you see, there's a cycle given on the left hand side of the screen. It's like health, finances, business or career, relations, inner life. These are all different forms of life that we live, right? It's not just that we have our inner life and we are living, or if we just have to focus on our health and then we are. These are all different forms of life. There are different forms that we live, and every form, every life has a current state and a desired state. So current state is where we are stuck present, and desired state is where we want to reach. So we all have our dreams, we all have our aspirations, we all have in our mind that I want to achieve this. So that is a desire state, right? So, and if also, it is also essential that you need to understand that any turmoil or uncertainty that happens in any of these areas, will lead to the disturbance in all the areas, because our personal and professional life is linked with it. It's not just that we focus on our personal life. If there is a relationship issue in the house, it will affect your studies, it will affect your career, it will affect your health, it will affect your relations, it will affect your inner life also. Inner life in terms of, say, mental stability. How much stable are you in your thoughts? How much emotional turmoil are you experiencing in your, right? So all these areas have to be looked, and that is why it has to be balanced. Okay, shall we proceed further? Just say give a thumbs up if you are okay with it.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So there is one more slide that says why do we? So basically, we have been talking about this education gap. So there's a gap between school education. So school prepares you for job or career, that we are, right? So when school prepares for job and career, who will teach us how to accept and face failures? How to face your fears? Who will teach us how to be emotionally balanced, how to take care of your health? So that is actually a life education. And unfortunately, our education system has a big gap with these things, right? Also, if you see, the research says that in the last 100 years, if you see the scientists, the authors, the sportsperson, singers, entrepreneurs, 90% of them were not the school toppers. So it is not essential that get good grades or good marks and you want to be a school topper. But yes, it is essentially essential that how successful are you in life. Once you are into a job, once you go into work life, nobody is going to ask you what percentage did you get in 10th grade, or what percentage did you get in 12th grade, or what were the marks you achieved in mathematics. Nobody is going to ask you. But to live this holistical life, we need the four Q's, which is emotional quotient, social quotient, spiritual quotient. Maybe in your case, it might come a little later. Wisdom quotient and intellectual. So let us see how this helps. So out of these four quotients, three quotients are extremely essential, which is IQ, which measures your cognitive ability, such as problems, logical reason, the intellectual potential that this often considered as a predictor of academic success. So academic success is just one area. You can achieve certain things with academic success. Another area
Excuse
is
me, ma'am.
Yes,
this is
ma'am.
all about the IQ. IQ will give a certain amount of academic success. EQ gives your emotional intelligence, okay, which we all, I'm sure you must be aware about these terms, focusing on the ability to identify, understand both your own emotions and those of others. And SQ is measures the aptitude to interact effectively with, so excel in social set. So nowadays most of the social settings are online. And now if in this if you see, the best example is in this session. Now when we interact with each other, we are not even bothered to show our faces, to some. So how that connection happens, often seen in the roles like sales, marketing, leadership, you have to connect to someone personally. When you connect to someone personally, you get the job done easily. So it adds a lot of value in your life, right? So these three Q's, IQ, EQ, and SQ, it creates a balance in our whole business. Okay. So there is one more observation that I have done. If you see today, the wellness industry is of $1 trillion. There are so many depression tablets that are sold. There are so many psychiatric doctors who are making good money. And why do you think they are earning so much? Because people don't share about their mental issues like depression, anxieties. There are so many issues that even children growth, both the adults grow. There are so at any age this can come. There is no such particular age where we experience depression, fear. But people hide their depression. The people tend to hide their issues, and that is why today wellness industries are earning so much. Why do you think they are making so much of money? So India has 0.75 psychiatrists per 1 lakh population, while the desirable number is anything about above 3 psychiatrists per 10,000. So we have less psych doctors in India, and close to 60 to 70 million people in the country suffer from common and severe mental disorders. So India is the world's suicidal capital. If you see, maximum suicide cases happen. You just open any WHO statistics and you see the average suicide rates, and it's 10.9. Why do you think this happens? Because people are not able to handle their EQ problem. So, and our focus is more on the IQ, not on the EQ and SQ. EQ is very, very essential. Emotional driven life is extremely essential. But we feel that if we focus on the IQ, we earn more. But no, it's not the right way. We don't earn more, but we tend to get into a lot of problems, emotional problems. We don't even go out and make friends. How okay, let me ask you one question. How effortlessly you can make friends, or you can interact with strangers? Give me the answer in the chat box. Can you make strangers your friends? Can you interact with strangers? Yes. Say for example, you are traveling in train and you make friends, 8 on 10, okay, helping with them. It's not helping with them. We don't want to help somebody. We want to help ourselves. How open are we to have a conversation with a stranger? How open are we to 7 on 10? Okay, that's great, Pratham. Yes, I can. So this shows your social skills. 5 on 10, Aisha. 9 on 10. Not much interactive. Very good. Nandini, thank you for your honest reply. Normally, conversations and where you come purpose. So I didn't understand, Venkat, you say. Steady mentality, 6 on 10, 8 on 10. Okay. So this is what it states your social quotient, how socially you are. So say for example, if you're going in a park and if you see a bunch of students, small children playing, do you feel like going and talking to them, understand how their mindset works? People are not mere interested in interacting. Okay, if people are not interested, you interact, you try, because it is your need, not people's need. If we wait for others to do that, then how do we change? The change starts from within only. From first, it starts from us. If we are able to do, if we have the right intention to make good friends and talk to people, then you will see a lot of difference in others also. Interaction helps in many ways. Yes, absolutely right. So here the essential is that you develop your social quotient and also your. Now let's have one more activity. Okay, the activity is that you are supposed to write down the name of the activity is the lottery ticket. Okay, now you have to imagine that you have won 10 lakh rupees lot, and you have, so I've written 4 minutes, but I won't give you 4 minutes, I give you 3 minutes to list down how you will use this 10 lakhs, what all things you can buy, purchase, invest, anything. What you are going to do with that 10 lakhs, just make a list of quickly. Okay, so you have just one on your list. Some amount I'll invest. Okay, Akshay Patra giving to 2 lakhs charity to all, 5 lakhs retirement, 1 lakh health plan, 2 lakhs career cancer hospital. Wow, okay, Mansi, very good. Okay, now imagine out of the 10, you have only 5 lakhs, and then cut off whatever you feel that this is not essential at the moment. Now I only have 5 lakhs with, it's not 10, but there are only 5. Now make the change in your list, invest, okay, save, purchase jewelry, buy crypto, okay, 2 lakhs deposit to bank, 10, 1 for family, 1, 7 for investment. You have only 5. Now you have only 5. Start a toddler play area. That's great, Sejal. So all your aspirations are coming out, huh? Now you have only 5. And now you have only 2 lakhs. And you have 1 minute to list down. 1 lakh FD, 1 lakh in gold, 1 lakh new phone, 1.5 in bank, another K for insurance. Seems like a good plan, Piyush. Now out of this 5, you have only 2. Now list. Buying home in 2 lakhs. 1 lakh for investment, 1 lakh for family share, okay? 1 lakh for startup, 2 lakh share, Tata Motors. Wow, okay. So now you see when we went from 10 to 5 to 2, on what basis you picked up your choices? Answer me. So 1 lakh family, 50 for savings, 10 for charity, 40 for myself. This looks like a good plan, Aisha. Buying small agriculture land area, startup. So based on priority. Very good. What is the priority? What is the priority? What do you mean by priorities? We pick your choices, self need. Yes, as per our needs. High level plan, giving importance for the first and then next. Yes, interest, choices, requirement, self need, investments. Okay, based on passion. Good. So, how passionate are you? Objective. So, what is the question that you ask to yourself when you make these priorities? What question do you ask to yourself when you make these more important than others? Okay, life purpose based. Okay, what is the question that you ask? I'm very interested to know because you have been answering so good, lovely answers I'm getting, but I want to understand what makes you change these choices. What is the question that you're asking yourself to make the choice? Most important aspects of why do we need for the best? What do we need for the best future? So when you are prioritizing, what is the question that you ask while you are prioritizing? Psychological needs, what in society, future plan. Any one question which starts from W. I just thought this. What exactly we want to do, and just because of we have to bring some than others. Stability in life. Okay, great. Fine. So what I'm expecting from you is to understand the why. The why should be clear. So what is this why? What is that why in you that is asking you to do certain things in life? So here this was a lottery ticket. But suppose if I tell you to what you want to learn in life, something that you want to learn in, will you be able to make this kind of same choices? So for that you have to understand your why. What is that why based on? Is that why based on passion, money, fame, or popularity, traveling, health and fitness? What is something that you actually value in your, it cannot be so many things. Your life is driven by a particular, you need to identify what that value is, right? So we have another activity, but we will not go into this activity, but you can just do it for yourself at home. So this is a learning thing. So you have 1 year of your time in your life. You have got 1 year of your time. List down in 5 minutes. Take 5 minutes. You can write down in your notebook and do this exercise after you finish the class. Just make a list of what all things you want to learn in this 1 year. Make a practical list that 1 year I have 365 days I have in my hand. And in this 365 days, what all things I want to learn, how much time will I take to learn, how much time will I take to practice in life, whatever learning I have made, and then go down. Once you make a list, then do that you have won 6 months of your. Then eliminate from that what is not necessary and what is the priority. After that, again go back and see now you have 3 months of time, and then try to find out on what basis you have picked up your choices. Right? Do you find this exercise interesting? So this will give you clarity on. So if you're having say 3 months in hand, or if you're having 1 month in hand, what are the choices that you want to make and what you want to learn? So because you all are students, you have right now you have ample time to learn. Just learn. So what all are your priorities, and understand that why this is important for you. The why should be very, very extremely. So we were on this learning ticket where we understood that we have to make this choices and list down that what we can learn from. And then here I introduce this that so I have designed a course called the All Personality, which is called holistic growth. And this holistic growth is emphasized with 4H. It emphasizes on 4H: head, heart, hands, and health. And we see all these things in details. Say head is the higher order cognitive skills. It consists of 8 different skill sets. If you see this, these are the skills that you will be learning in the head area, which is delegation, framing questions, how to become a lifelong learner, how to manage conflicts, small conflicts that happens in your life on a daily basis, not only in your work area or study area, but at home as well. Critical thinking, how to think critically, how to solve smart problems smartly, how to get creative thinking as our regular pattern. So this is one area. Another area is the heart, which is emotional skills. So in the emotional skills, we have relating and caring. So emotional skills talks about communication, how effective we communicate with someone else, how good can we be a storyteller, because the moment you tell stories, people get involved, they start connecting to you. Another topic, another skill is the emotional intelligence, understanding oneself. You need to understand how you look at yourself, how the world looks at how you look at the world. Another skill sets are mindfulness and gratitude. How do we really practice mindfulness and gratitude in our daily life? Also, we have relationship mastery, how to address our relationships in our, and to cultivate humanness. So this is a part of emotional skills. Okay, then we have hands, which is called practical skills, where we give and we work. So giving in this the skill sets are leadership and goal setting. Quantum focus mastery, how do we focus? This is very essential. If we are able to focus, then nothing like it. We can do wonders in all the areas. Also about entrepreneurial spirit, how to become an entrepreneur. Presentation skills, team building, procrastination and time management. I'm sure you must be experiencing procrastination. Time management is something which is very challenging. Procrastination is also extremely challenging. Today I have seen in so many children are the victim of procrastination. How to overcome this procrastination, that will be a part of this practical skill. And the last area is health, which is physical and mental skills, where you will understand the stages of life and your coping mechanism. So if you are, say, probably if you are not in a good mood, how do you cope? How your body has a coping mechanism to overcome that mood and come out of that situation. Self awareness and habit mastery, how we develop habits in our life. Also, we have values and the beliefs challenges. We live our life with lot of belief systems. Everyone has their own belief system. So how to challenge our own belief is something which is very essential. When we challenge our beliefs, we easily can adapt change, right? Also, there is a neurological alignment. So there is an alignment that is there in our brain. The setup of our brain is like that, where we need to understand how it is aligned and how experience, how the structure of experience look like. So this is a part of health and physical and mental skills.
On the behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to express my heartily vote of thanks to our excellent speaker. And today we got the opportunity to listen to an interesting and thoughtful, provoking discussion on how to grow personally and professionally. And I skillfully imparted your knowledge and with her knowledge, leaving us with insightful conclusion and motivational concepts. And your interesting presentation captured our attention and motivated us to learn more. We appreciate the efforts that you put in for preparing this enlightening session. And once again, I would like to thank to you, ma'am, for sparing your time from your hectic schedule to impart information to us. And we all are speechless by your invaluable presence at this session. And you provided in-depth analysis of the subject and the shared some of the fascinating information with us. And we shall bide our time for the further such workshop in order to advance both our personal and collective knowledge. And now it's time to exactly announce who we believe to be the most frequent participants in the session. And the most participants name are K. Sophia and Bhagya Viradhar, Harshita J, Aisha, and Lavanya Naidu. So these are the most engaging participants of today's session. And a good event never ends in the world. They take only a pause and keep us awaiting for the next. All good things eventually end. I consider everyone as a fortune that they become a part of this workshop, which was full of knowledge, which make difficult to say goodbye. So, in the end, I would like to thank you to the to RBA and MS College also for their participants over here. And in the end, I would like to say the end is never the end, it's always the beginning of something. So I, Pratham Rana, your host of the day, sign off on a cheerful note. Have a wonderful day and thank you.